apologise for that slight hiatus while we changed the seating plan slightly. But Rotarians, honoured guests who are Rotarians, fellow athletes, welcome once again to the annual Burns Supper of the Rotary Club of Bridge of Allan and Dunblane. It doesn't seem like 12 months since many of us were here doing the same thing. Certainly doesn't seem like 12 months since I stood here as the chairman. And had I known I was going to be standing here again, then I would have kept my notes from last year and I wouldn't have been writing this at 4:30 this afternoon. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to our Burns Supper this evening, not least because it's always such a good evening to be at, and we're very proud of that. We're relying this year on friends from previous years to entertain us, and I make no apology for that. If you were rubbish in previous years, you've not been invited back. Our friends are very welcome, and we are all looking forward to hearing you this evening. To our new friends who are here for the first time, here's the challenge: will you be invited back next year? Little Scotland, humble wee Scotland, prides herself on the indispensable things that she's given the world, from tar macadam, the televisions, paraffin, the penicillin, but her greatest gift to the world must surely have been Robert Burns. Born 259 years ago this very day in Alloway, his humble rural origins have become part of the legend of Scotland's national bard, the ploughman poet. But the main reason his work became famous the world over was because the sentiments and beauty of his poetry and songs transcended the Scots and the English in which he wrote, to speak to every human heart, and more the sheer genius of this early romantic, liberal, and dare I say it, Ken, possibly socialist, has inspired thoughtful debate for more than 2 centuries. Little wonder, therefore, that in addition to the dozen memorials throughout Scotland, there are memorials to Robert Burns through Canada, Australia, the United States, and elsewhere. The handful of friends and admirers that gathered together one summer's evening in 1801 to celebrate his memory in the Alloway cottage in which he was born couldn't have had any idea what they were unleashing on the world. Just 5 years after his death, 8 men gathered in that cottage, toasted the memory of the late poet, and dined on sheep's head and haggis. Well, we can do half of that tonight. Of course, the Mother Club in Greenock would tell you that they held the first Burns Supper in 1802, but is that not just typically Scottish? We kent his favour, you didn't do it, we did it. And I wonder if the man himself, perhaps, might just have been entertained at that. Tonight we're going to remember Robert Burns through good food, good drink, good songs, good talk, surrounded by good friends and good company. Our immortal memory this evening is going to be proposed by Rotarian David Sibbald. David's been here before, and we're delighted to welcome back such a well-known and well-renowned Burnsian. The toast to the lassies will be proposed by our own Rotarian David Chisholm, and the reply given by Sandra Ballantyne. Unfortunately, we've lost our musician for the evening at very short notice due to a family bereavement. So it'll not be so much a question of talk among yourselves, but just sing among yourselves. And you'll see that moment when it comes around. Also returning to the club to give us a recitation is Charlie Methven, and we're pleased to welcome all our guests this evening. As you can see from the programme, later in the evening, towards the end, we're going to be raffling off Graham Russell. Now, that's come as a bit of a surprise to Graham, but I'm sure that whoever wins Graham will find some use for him. God knows we can't. All good evenings begin with good food, and we're no exception. The haggis is going to be piped in by one of our friends from the QV, Ben Adam. After the haggis is brought in, Allan McCall, past president of Green Loring Burns Club, is going to address the haggis.